See, guys. 7/16/2022. It's very hot. Looks like it's gonna rain any second now. We're leaving, I don't know when. So we're gonna go somewhere fun. And of course the neighbor across the street is staring. The wife. She had to close the window as soon as I sat here. I just got back. I was gonna come back. I was gonna go get my car and come straight home because it's hot and it's gonna rain. I was like, if I see that homeless guy, I'm leaving. I don't want to fucking be near that person. Psychopath. And luckily, he hasn't banged on the window since that day. I wish I would have got it on camera though. Yeah. And he was laughing too, you know. Oh, I saw him. He's like my catch. My little quick catch. It's kind of funny because I saw him coming. And he was like right at the next corner. And they had the berry juice. And I saw the white pant. I'm like, damn, I haven't done that in a while. I was like, so let's see if I can get him on camera. Oh, he was definitely doing it on purpose. He saw him looking straight at me. Nobody else saw me but him. Of course I was gonna. Oh. Okay. I think I can find an old camera. Oh, look, everybody's coming out now. Anyways. That usually happens when I come out. Not when I first came out though, there wasn't anybody here. So here they come. What were they doing yesterday? Anyways, I went out at like around 2. I had to do some chores. I was like, oh, I have about, I think an hour and a half till we leave. So I went to get my coffee. And that's when all the perps came out. As soon as I got there, you know, as soon as I got to the line, it was like a million people came in. What else is new? That's all they ever do. I bring the crowd. But that's gang stalkers. They follow you wherever you are, right? So if you bring the crowd into a store, those are all perps. And I'm not buying food, I was buying coffee. You know? So I'm surprised they didn't buy the same coffee as me. Usually they do. So I've seen some perps with their camo and red, whatever. And they're walking past Stalking. They're doing their signals to each other. And they're looking at me. You know, it was subtle. So I wasn't going to record it if it's subtle. It has to be like bullyingly out there for me to record anymore. I can't record every little one, but that one was pretty obvious. That's why I recorded it. So, now the people at the haircut place across the street, they're in on it. They're part of my targeting for some reason. I don't know who did it, but they are. I know the owner, the young guy, he knows somebody that I know. Like, you know, nothing really happened. You know, he always said hi to me, he always said hi to him, whatever. You know, nice. I don't know. That guy with the Freemason charm, big ass, thick ass necklace with a symbol. They recruited him to follow me, but I don't know if the owner recruited him or just somebody that works there recruited him. Because, yeah, like I said, I didn't do nothing to the owner. Yeah, I wasn't nasty to him or anything. I couldn't say if I was a nasty bitch, but I wasn't. So, he Yeah, so I saw them all walking around. This one guy looked like a handler. He came out of the hair cutting place. It didn't look like he had a haircut, but he was adjusting his glasses, but he was doing 3/6 with both hands to adjust his glasses. I've never seen that move before. He kept looking around, and then he went to the big condominium there, and then he was sitting in like a corner. It's like a spot where they could hide, so they all hide there. Wait a minute. Yes, their car across the street, Panther. They had a black car. Because we have a black car, that's why they changed it. He rips up the engine too. He usually parks in the driveway. You know, right close to me, where I can see it. And that's a purpose. Anyway, so I got all that, the guy hiding, and then he realized I wasn't going to film him, so he went back in the hair cutter. And there's a couple of them walking around, back and forth, doing the hand signals again. One of them in particular was smiling, like he was on the side, my side where he was. And he had a red shirt on, camel pants, shorts. And then he looked over at me and he smiled, and then he did a hand signal to somebody. I guess one of those. And there's a lot of handlers in their trucks with their arms out. And some witches came in to Duncan. 2 young girls. You tell a witch is a witch when you gotta see their tattoos. They always have like sigils and mythical creatures tattooed on their arms and hands or whatever. That's a witch. So she had a dragon. Her friend had a shirt. I couldn't really tell what was on it, but I think it was a dragon on the shirt. So, and I heard a camera go off. They were sitting right behind me. So I don't know if she took a picture of me, but I wouldn't be surprised. And the witches don't will actually take our picture so they could do voodoo and whatever on us, but they don't seem to get it. It's not gonna work. You know how many prayer videos I watch before I leave the house? So I have a hedge of protection, just like they do their stupid little rituals before they leave the house. See? It is written, you know what I mean? That's what that means. Like, you can't touch me, so that means they're trying. They're not really getting it. I mean, they could try all they want, but it's not gonna work. But anyway, they came in, a couple of them, and you could tell who's who, the way they act, the way they think they're better than everybody else. All the old perps. And this one perp, witch actually, she parked her car in the middle of the street, basically, where the lines for the crosswalk are. Half her bumper was smushed and off. And she just decided to park right there in the middle. So she walked in, her belly was hanging out. They wear clothes like that all the time, the witches. The young ones. Didn't you hear that witch laugh? That was a cackle. Anyways, that was a Jezebel spirit laugh. Anyways, she stood there with the car, she got in, she got her coffee. She gets in the car, and I'm like, watch, nobody's gonna beat her, and then she's in the way. So I was wrong. There was like 2 or 3 cars. One car was parked in the right spot behind her. And then another car, pulled up to the stoplight. And they both honked her. I was like, oh, I'm shocked. Usually people like that never get honked. They honked at her. She didn't know what the fuck was going on. So she pulled over to the side. she made them miss the light. Like, of course she did. I was surprised people honked her, you know? Usually I don't see that. Usually these witches get away with everything. Like, eventually, you know, their fake protection is not real, you know, not going to help them anymore. We got to do our part as Christians. We have to pray before we leave the house as much as possible. All these motherfuckers were trying some shit last night. The voice of skull shit, I'm going to punch them in their fucking throat. I'm going to find out where they are and punch all of them. It's got to be near me somewhere. So the stupid demons trying to make a covenant with me. They had me on the first floor, which I haven't lived in like 3 years. Then they put my mother, my sister, my nephew in it. Like, are they for real right now? I mean, her yelling at me, my sister. She always yells at me for something because the demons, they get away from me and they go into her. So she doesn't pray or anything. She just goes to church and that's it. She's a Christian witch, so what can I tell you? I saw her on those. I saw somewhere that said Christian witches or whatever. I sure hope blessed be. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Oh, what's that shit, you know? I wonder why the neighbors don't bother her. They only bother me because I'm a real Christian. When I yell at her, that's righteous anger. Because she shouldn't be doing that shit to me. I know what she's up to. That's why she didn't do anything to anybody else. She knew they wouldn't take my side at all. So, and so all these witches and freaking handlers come around. Druggy Smurf down the block came around. He went into Dunkin' and I didn't see him go in. I saw him walk past it. I didn't see him come in. A couple people wearing red and black, of course. I'm wearing a red shirt. What else? Oh, the sweepers, the people that go outside to sweep the sidewalks and everything. Yeah, it's just like people staring too. They're in on targeting too. And he was wearing a red shirt, black pants. He had the pail with the wheels on the bottom, so he was sweeping. And he took a break by the condos on the other side of where you couldn't really see him, but you could see him. But the other guy stood where you couldn't see him. So all he did was they call the handlers to let them know that we're there. Like, he kept staring at me the whole time. I mean, there were other people in there this time. Mm-hmm. So it was very annoying. Now when he crossed over to this side, the side that was at, but across the street from there, where the Very Juice was, he kept looking over for somebody. And he texted somebody too. And this one guy came in, like, he was a paramedic, I don't know what the hell he was. On his phone, like, on top of me almost. I'm like, you fucking serious? Walk away from me. They want me to yell at them, that's the thing. They want me to get angry and yell at them. So I move my chair. I don't want to yell, so I'm gonna move my chair. So that's what he did. I said, "Oh, 6 feet back, motherfucker," but I don't know if he heard it. If he did, I hope so. Hi, kitty. Hello, kitty. 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 Hi. Hi, kitty. Kitty. Okay. Mm-hmm. Anyways. Kitty. She's busy looking around. Yeah, so the homeless guy was there. He's across the street. He's laughing. You better not come over here. I'll punch you too. That's the face I gave him. He stayed over there. He might be purple him. So he did. Where Dunkin' Donuts used to be, there was like a restaurant there. And he begged people for money over there. He stayed there the whole time. And it wasn't there that long, half hour, not too long. When I got out of there, it was like some man in his car was smiling at me like a ear-to-ear grin. So I said hi to him, and he said hi to me. I was like, you a handler? Thinking to myself, mad. The handler was all over the place yesterday. I didn't film it because I didn't feel like it. But I sat here for a few minutes before going to Dunkin'. And a Ram truck after Ram truck kept coming by. I don't know how many trucks there, but they were just cruising by. Just staring. I'm like looking at them like, yeah, what are you gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Are you fucking serious? Anyways, so when I got there, I saw somebody I used to work with. And her boyfriend was there, so we were talking to each other. And I noticed all the perps disappeared. I guess they don't, they don't do nothing unless somebody, if somebody's there with me. Or maybe because her boyfriend looked like he was about to beat somebody's ass. He was huge, so he could easily beat the shit out of people. Once they were there, I didn't notice, but whatever. Yeah, so they still do their little stupid shit. They just don't do the street there like they used to. I'm sure they'll do it again one day. They don't stop. They think about it 24/7. They can't help it. I got voice to school last night too. This morning actually. I slept till 10. I wanted to get up for 8:30, but I was so tired from the night before. All these motherfuckers draining my energy. So when I went to take a nap on Thursday, when you really get into your nap, they really fucking do the voice to school. It's like they know, oh, she's going to take a nap now. And nobody's home, so she can still take a nap. I'm gonna ruin a nap, just like this person's ruining my video right now. I vacuum it all of a sudden and make a noise, whatever. Hey, kitty. The kitty in the window. No, turn around. So they did that again this morning. After that dream, I had to rebuke it because that was from the devil. I was taking my destiny away some more. How much more of my fucking destiny are you gonna take? Already people have done rituals against me. So take my destiny away. I don't understand that. How much more can they take from me? I don't have any more to give. They took it all. So some lady was screaming at me this morning. I told her to shut the fuck up when I woke up. They're gonna find you, bitch, and I'm gonna beat your ass. Oh, I kicked her ass in my dreams there. So I believe that the voice of school crap is coming from behind the house through the walking clinic. I was only there once with a friend. She didn't have a doctor here. She moved here from Jersey. So she needs to see a doctor. Before she moved permanently. She had to take care of her mom. Her mom had diabetes, couldn't see, couldn't hear. So she wanted to have me to take care of her. She's like, I need to see a doctor, health issues myself. She had diabetes too. So we went to the walk-in clinic. And she made an appointment. I don't know if she kept the appointment, but I'm no longer friends with that lady, so I don't know if she told them these things something about me or something. It was like a while after she stopped being friends with her. That there was a couple that worked there, and they would always come into Dunkin'. They would have pretending arguments with each other. Older couple, like you should know better not to do shit like that, you know. That's what I'm saying. Just because they're older don't mean they're good. Like every time I would go in there, especially at nighttime, like at night, not night, but like 5 o'clock ish. And then they wouldn't come in together; they would come in separately, but always with somebody in a wheelchair, like they were trying to tell me something, you know. And good luck with that. So I haven't seen them in years, but that doesn't mean they didn't stop. They stopped doing that stuff. You know, probably one of those offices in the building has a voice-to-skull machine. You never know who has these machines, you know. There's a lot of people that buy shit off the black market, you know what I mean? So they would buy that machine. I have a picture of the machine. I don't know how this person found the machine. They put it on online. I took a picture of it, and now I have a copy. There was one they made in China, and it had like loud lasers and everything, like noises, pulsating noises. So that's a microwave energy weapon too. And then take a screenshot of that. And so all the stuff they're doing to us, it's kind of fucked up, isn't it? But I do believe that the voice is skull. You can see it, like when they drive past their face they make. It's like they're angry. Hi, kitty. Yeah, I don't have any food today, so I guess I can put it out before we leave. So it could be that by targeting. It could be the people behind me. And next time I go in the backyard and make a video, I'll show you the building. It's right at the corner of where Dollar Tree is. Like I videoed that place once in one of my videos. It's President Cheney's the city MD right now. Anyways, yeah, so you never know. They're doctors, so they could afford to get that kind of machine. I noticed too when the air conditioner on, I hear people talking, and it's like they're talking at the window to each other through the air conditioner vents. But that's the voice skull thing too. That's what they do. So I got a spam call again today, but it's the same guy who keeps calling me. He uses the first 3 digits of my cell phone number, so he has to be somebody that knows me. Or somebody that knows me gave him my number, the Indian guy. So now my computer's giving me shit, my phone's giving me shit. But when I finally made it through with the call, that number called me. I wanted to mess with him. So I called her back, and a woman picked up, and I said, "Oh, I just got a phone call from you." She goes, "Oh, that's weird. This is an assisted living facility." I was like, "Oh, yeah, I got a scam call from this. Somebody's using this number for a scam call." She goes, "Oh, thanks for telling me." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." So the same number called again, and I go, "Hello," and he said hello. I was like, "Who's this?" He hung up on me right away. He doesn't know what to say anymore, I guess. Well, they have a script. So now I have the number. I have it on my phone. I blocked him. I blocked it again. But I have the number, so now I know it's a real number. It's an assisted living facility. I mean, the only thing the person I could really think of, 2 people in particular, Philip Favor and Santina Machapala. Either one of them could have, be working at a nursing home or at a hospital. And couldn't call me from there because that's how it started. I couldn't call her. Philip used to call me. I had not given him my number because we weren't friends anymore. my first cell phone number, my first cell phone, I didn't give him my number. He wound up going through the homeroom teacher's phone book when she wasn't looking. These people are suck-ups, right? So they help the teacher after school. It was very strange. The teachers never asked me to help them after school. I would have liked to have done something like that, just to get some sort of skill. But the bad kids always made sure I didn't get that opportunity. They were witches back then too in elementary school. So high school comes around, and the same thing. A couple other people in the classroom got to help the teachers. I mean, it would have been nice to be included. These bitches, they have to get everything their way. And they don't want you to have anything good. So they block you, they cock block you, basically. So he was one of those people. And she would leave the room, the teacher, for something. And I guess she left the book out of the phone numbers for the people. So he found my phone number, I don't know, one of the friend's phone number that I was still talking to. And then he found Aaron's phone number. She changed her number too because of him. And then she was just like him. She started crank calling me too. Because they probably made up with each other. And they used to tag team and crank call me. And they were crank calling everybody too. I'm telling you, John was friends with them too. He kept telling me he wasn't, but he was. Because he was crank calling me too after a while. He was like, Philip was crank calling me. Yeah, sure he was. No, you were crank calling me with Philip. So, and they wonder why I have trust issues. These people were supposed to be, my buddies. And they always gotta be better than me, huh? Okay, go right ahead. Do what you gotta do, be better than me. I don't fucking care anymore. Go fuck yourself. So it's all it takes is one fucking asshole that you don't know that they're doing dirty shit to you behind your back. Only takes one. He used to work at a hospital. His mom was like a nurse or something. And he used to help her answer phones or take appointments down. So it could be him. Somebody found out. I don't remember who it was. He was working at my mommy's hospital. His mom was a nurse. And they had the phones where it was it's a big black phone, and there's buttons you press for automatic numbers. And he was using that type of phone to crank call everybody too. So, because we always got we had caller ID back then, the beginning of caller ID, and we used to get all these different numbers. And then we started comparing and contrasting. It wasn't Philip, I guess. He didn't know how to cover his voice. Neither does John. So, to think about it, it could be him. When my nephew was born, I noticed his mom was still working at the hospital. At one point, it was a whole bunch of us, the whole family. We went to the lunchroom to get something to eat. And I see this woman in the cafeteria talking to the other doctors. But she sounded like Philip. She looked like Philip. Short like him too. And I'm like, oh my god, that's Philip's mom or aunt or something. I couldn't think of who it was. And the two doctors were just sitting there talking to each other, and she walked up to them. I was like, hey, I'm this, that. They looked at her yay, they didn't want to talk to her, but they were trying to be nice. That's how Philip was. I was like, you motherfucker. And that's how you fucking prank call this, you know what I mean? After a while, that's when I figured it out. And there was somebody else I was still friends with. I don't know, he ghosted me. It was so weird. Him, I didn't think would do that. But I was like, oh, guess what happened? Not only did not only am I an aunt, but I saw Philip's mom. I was like, what? I'm like, yeah. So now I know how he called us. And we couldn't figure out what the hell was calling us. He used the phone. I've seen these at doctor's offices. They always they hit the button and they call. I don't know if it's every patient or they just call the nurses over. You know what I mean? It's a big phone. It's an office phone. So now everybody calls through their cell phones, but back then they had those types of phones. So me thinking that Philip used to work at a hospital and is familiar with those phones, these places probably still have those phones. Probably at the front desk. It's really funny they try to scam me when they speed up like that. Anyways, so it's either him that's giving out my number, so this is an Indian guy or something, or maybe he just knows somebody that's an Indian guy in America and tells him to call me, or it says, you know what I mean? Like it has to be somebody here that's doing that. Just giving this person the time to call me. So now I guess the guy's confused when he's prank calling me. Good. Thank the Lord. Confusion on these perps. But that's gang stalking too, you know? And like I said, Santina could probably be doing that too. I think she did work at a nursing home at one point. I know she did an internship at a nursing home. Her and David Goldstein used to do an internship at a nursing home. I was supposed to do an internship, but yeah, kind of like sidetracked and didn't do it. I actually I regret not doing it. If you have a chance to go on an internship, do it. And it will be better for your life. You'll still get gang stalked, but at least you'll have a life. So it looked like it was gonna rain. Now it's not gonna rain. See this car right here. This is the type of car that I seen Jillian in at one time. And she comes around every once in a while. It's so weird though that these people come around when something good is happening, like something I'm waiting for to happen, and all of a sudden they all come out. And then for some reason the camera does not capture them. Like that day when I was going into the post office, I saw Erin. I don't know how the fuck the camera did not catch her. No, she caught me off guard, or else I would have been videotaping her ass. I only know she had Twitter last time I checked. But you know, she knows people. I think in like production companies and everything. She tried to act. I think she tried to sing too. She was like trying to get into the business. So she probably knows people too. And that's too, like those people that she knows, if they believe her, which they would because they don't know me, they only know her, they could single me out like that too. And like torture me online or on the internet, you know, on the internet I mean, or in person. You never know. I mean, I kind of wish I didn't have to go through this, but if you follow Christ, you kind of have to go through it. You know, he was crucified. He had Judas as a friend. That's why you don't make too many friends. Make a couple friends here and there, and hang out with them. But don't like get too attached to people because we cannot have friends like that. Every time we make friends, we got like shit on, and these people tell our secrets to the whole world. So instead of that, just keep your shit to yourself, keep your good news to yourself. But you just journal everything. Journal your thoughts, because at least you're getting your thoughts out. You heart your job. Is your job gang stalking? Mm-hmm. Please, they don't like their job. They don't got no freedom like we do. See somebody whip right on right into the car. Let's see.
I know the noise you saw. Keep doing it.
don't know, I've never seen them do any perp shit, so. Yeah, they usually keep to themselves. So. That's the thing too, like a lot of people don't keep to themselves. Like some people, like, they get nervous when they talk to you and they just spill the beans about their whole life. And you're like, I don't want to know that. You know? They do because they want you to talk about your life too, like very private stuff. It's a spell. That's why it was funny when that guy was like, "There's agents around here," and he's like, "I did voodoo. My whole family's voodoo." I'm like, bingo. His face was like, shit. He knew he fucked up when he said that. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, just be careful. People don't do fucking witchcraft on you. He goes, oh no, my whole family's from the country, said, or continent. He said, he's like, yeah, they do the voodoo. I'm like, oh, do they? The fact that he said there's agents around here, I'm like, really? You're not an agent? But normally people don't come in and sit down and talk to me, you know, they usually ignore me, so here's my first clue. And now it looks nice out. I gotta go in and recharge this phone after I upload it. And I go pee. Actually, I don't know what time we're leaving. I think we're leaving at 6. I don't know if we're going out to eat first or after. I have no idea what's going on. Nobody says anything. So, if I'm allowed to post the video, I will. I might not be allowed to. YouTube is so annoying. I posted a video, I don't know where it was, I don't know, YouTube, but I went to go see the fireworks in Coney Island, and the DJ that use all these songs, and they're like, oh, it's copyright infringement. No, it's not. I was standing right on the wall watching the fireworks go off. Saw the DJ myself, the DJ's in the video. I'm the one that's doing copyright infringement. Yeah. Anything to, like, you know, discredit you, they'll find a way. It's funny now that when I see perps, I adjust my glasses. And right now I'm wearing a hat, so I adjust my hat. It's kind of funny what I do. Oh, someone needs to check their brakes. Oh, I'm getting stuck to this bench. I gotta go in the house. Whew. The shorts are very short, I guess. And to my tenant, he comes outside when I'm sitting out here when I'm not by myself. Like at 11 at night, I'll come out to smoke. It's like he knows I'm sitting out here. It's like a little creepy. My brothers do the same thing. His brother came over and watched the cat for a week. Every time I opened the door, he was running out to say hi. I'm like, get your shit together. First of all, he was drunk off his ass. And he was smoking pot too. I am not letting you inside my vagina. That's what he was looking for. You fucking crazy. You're married anyway. What the fuck I want to marry me for? Fuck out of here. So I don't like spirit husbands trying to get his ass out. I know I should have been married right now. I had kids. Fucking destiny killers suck.